Hello students, now we are going to calculate the last analysis of high frequency range. Okay, we will calculate the high frequency voltage gain in high frequency range. Okay, for calculating the voltage gain in high frequency range, before that you should know, see, for calculating the voltage gain in high frequency range, before that you should know that we have calculated the voltage gain in mid frequency range, then we went for low frequency range. Now today we are going to calculate the voltage gain in high frequency range. For calculating the voltage gain in high frequency range, in mid frequency what we have done, simply we have drawn the equivalent circuit. From the equivalent circuit we have calculated ZL value, effective load resistance value, and then we have calculated the value of input and output voltages. Then we went for AVM equation. AVM means what? Voltage gain in mid frequency range. Okay. Now for calculating the frequency in voltage gain in low frequency range, you have to calculate what? We have reduced the equation and we calculated effective load impedance. Why? Because capacitor is also there. In low frequency range, coupling capacitor is affecting. Okay. So, and emitter bypass capacitor. Because of that two frequency response is affecting. So, in analysis also because of two things. But C we have neglected and we have connected only capacitor, okay, in the circuit. Then we calculated the effective load impedance. Then we calculated the output voltage, input voltage. Then we went for the final equation of AVL. AVL means small voltage gain in low frequency range. After calculating the voltage gain in low frequency range, we have calculated the lower cutoff frequency F1. F1 is also known as lower half power frequency or lower cutoff frequency. Then we went for next in that final equation we got F1. F1 is nothing but what? Lower half power frequency or lower cutoff frequency. Okay. Then next we went forward. Then we went, after calculating the lower cutoff frequency, finally we got the lower cutoff frequency equation. Now today we are going to calculate the higher, that means upper cutoff frequency. In upper cutoff frequency, what we have said in frequency response curve, we said that whatever as the frequencies are increasing, voltage gain will decrease, it will reduce. Why? Because of the component which is connected across the shunt across the output. Shunt means what? Parallel. With the component which is connected in parallel form to the output. At the output we will connect one capacitor which is like parallel. Okay. Finally, when your stages are confirmed, you are not connecting any other stage, means what you should do? Finally you should connect the capacitor at the output. Capacitor at the output. So what is happening when you are connecting capacitor at the output? It is that capacitor is known as what? Shunt capacitor. Okay. Shunted across the output. So now in this low frequency, in high frequency range, even when you are calculating the voltage gain, that is also affecting here. Okay. When you are calculating the voltage gain, at that time also what? Shunt capacitor is affecting, okay, to our derivation. So shunt capacitor, shunted capacitor which is shunted across the output, we should connect in parallel form to the output, okay, in such a way that finally we have to get the equation for high frequency range. So in a high frequency range also, what we will calculate first? We will calculate ZL. Here also we will call it as effective load impedance, because here we are connecting one capacitor, shunted capacitor. Capacitor and resistor combination means compulsory you have to call it as effective load impedance. Okay. And for after calculating ZL, you should calculate what? V naught. Then you should calculate what? After V naught, Vi. Then you should divide them and you will get what? AVH. Okay, AVH means voltage gain in high frequency range. Okay, then after calculating AVH, what we have to do? We have to make it mode. In after that mode, you will get one equation. Okay, you will get the equation. In that equation, you have to substitute the F2 value. F2 is nothing but what? Upper cutoff frequency or upper half power frequency. Okay, so lower half power frequency is F1 and upper half power frequency is what? F2. So this whole derivation now we are going to solve for high frequency, that means voltage gain in high frequency range. Now we will solve the equation by seeing the diagram. Now you can see the diagram of voltage gain in high frequency range. Okay, HIE, HFE, IB, then RL, HIE and CS. CS is nothing but what I said you just now. If this voltage gain in high frequency range means a frequency response curve who is affecting us more, that is capacitor which is shunted across the output. So this we have connected, which is affecting to the high frequency range. Now again same thing we should calculate. Output divided by input. For calculating the output divided by input, AVH equal to output by input. For calculating output and input, output you will calculate across ZL. RL. But who is affecting here? HIE and CS. We should make them one friend. Okay. Then after making them one, you should calculate input, again output. Okay. Then you can substitute. First, for calculating output, we should make them one. So what we will make them? We will make them effective load impedance. Why impedance? Because it is capacitor. Okay. See here. Okay, this is emitter, base, emitter, collector. Now first we have to reduce them 1. Okay, 1 by ZL equal to all are in parallel, 1 by RL, 1 by HIE plus 1 by 1 j omega CS. Okay, why 1 by 1 j omega CS? Because it is connected in the form of parallel. Okay, that's why we are making them 1. Okay, so it is like 1 by 1 j omega CS. It will become now 1 by RL plus HIE plus it will go up and it will become omega CS. Now cross multiply. HIE plus RL by HIE into RL plus j omega CS. Okay, this is 1 by ZL only till here. First we will reduce this, then this you do cross multiplication, HIE plus RL into plus j omega CS into HIE into RL. You can write into also like bracket and cross multiplication, HIE into RL. Okay, this is your ZL, 1 by ZL value. What I will do now? I want only ZL. So 1 by whole this equation. I will write 1 by HIE. See here, 1 by HIE plus RL plus j omega CS into HIE RL by HIE RL. So what will be happening now? This will go up and this will come down. So what I will do now? Simply I will write this up. Okay, this I will write up. It is 1 by whole this thing. So I will write HIE into RL. This is what ZL value we got. This ZL value is known as what? Effective load impedance. Okay, effective load impedance. Why impedance? Because it is a combination of capacitor. Okay, Now we will calculate, this is ready, this is reduced to ZL. Now we should calculate what? Output and input. So output formula, we have to write now output formula. For writing output formula, you should know V naught equal to, what is output formula? Now you can write V equal to IR. So minus HFE IB into ZL equation. You can put this as 1 for all high frequency, low frequency, mid frequencies. You can give a new equation also, or you can continue also, your wish, no problem. Continuing means you have to continue from our high frequency range, from mid frequency derivation you have to continue with the equations. If you are forgetting the continuation of equation, separately you give the equation numbers 1, 2, 3. First ZL, then output, then input, then AVL. So give them your own equation numbers, no problem. Equation number you can do it. Okay, then V naught equal to minus HFE IB, V equal to IR formula. Okay, ZL, whole is ZL. So keep it aside, equation 2. Then we should calculate what? Outputs. Input. Our input equal to HIE into IB, equation 3. Okay. Then we should substitute the value in AVH, voltage gain in high frequency range. Then we will substitute. So AVH equal to, just now what we got, minus HFE IB into ZL by HIE into IB. IB cancel, minus HFE into HIE into ZL. What is ZL value? We will substitute now. Okay, ZL is this. I will substitute. What is ZL value? I will substitute now. So ZL value I will substitute, HIE into RL by HIE plus RL plus j omega CS into HIE into RL. Okay, this is your ZL value. Okay, after that this and this will be cancelled. You will get this equation, HFE into RL by HIE plus RL plus j omega CS HIE into RL. Okay, now this is what? AVH. Okay, what is this equation we got just now? AVH. So just now we got this equation. Don't put this in the bracket. Here also you removed. Okay, like multiplication type you put this. Okay, don't put you will get confused. Okay, just I am making it in the bracket. Okay, no need of bracket for HIE into RL. Okay, now AVH we got, but AVH is having what now? Like this. You should calculate F2, and AVH formula is this. With AVH we join mid frequency. So in this equation we should write mid frequency also. We should include mid frequency also. So what we have to do? Simply dividing this equation with HIE plus RL, and dividing this also HIE plus RL. Okay, what we will get now? We will see. So what we will get now? HIE plus RL, and this means we will get minus HFE into RL by HIE plus RL by HIE plus RL by HIE plus RL. Okay, plus then what we got? J omega CS HIE into RL by HIE plus RL. Cut. Okay, we will get this AVH is equals to. Okay, we will get this. So what is this now after cutting? Means we can take it like Instead of taking it individual, you take it as 1. Okay, plus whole thing. It will be like cutting 1, and by this also it will join. So what we will get now finally? We will get, this will be AVM, middle frequency, and this will be 1 plus j omega Cs shunt capacitor HIRL by HI plus RL. This we got for AVH. AVH equation is this. Finally we got now AVH equation. Now, so now J, because it is imaginary formula, I will take J common, that means outside, and I will write this. Now what is omega value? Omega equal to 2 pi f. Substitute here omega. Okay, instead of omega we will substitute this AVH equal to AVM, substituting the value of omega. Okay, 1 plus j of 2 pi f HI RL by HI plus RL. Okay, now what I will do, I will make this equation as mod. This is also mod, means what will happen, this will become square. J will go now. When it is becoming square, J will go and we will get this. Okay, so what we will get now, this you take as 1 and 2 pi Cs. Here it will be 2 pi Cs. Okay, when you are taking it off. 2 pi f Cs into HI RL by HI plus RL into whole square. Whole square, you should write it. Okay, then only you will get this. No, this whole square you should write, then only you will get. Now final equation is this for AVH. Final equation for AVH is this. Now we should write upper cutoff frequency. We should write upper cutoff frequency and upper half power frequency. It is known as what? F2. What is this upper half power frequency? This is F1, this is F2. So F2 is nothing but upper half power frequency or upper cutoff frequency. How it is defined? It is defined as it is equal to the magnitude of low frequency, magnitude of high frequency range equal to 1 by root 2 of mid frequency range. So it is defined as the magnitude of high frequency range falls to 1 by root 2 of mid frequency range. AVH mod AVH is equals to AVM by root 2. So falls to 1 by root 2. That means magnitude of high frequency range falls to 1 by root 2 of mid frequency range. Okay, so that is the definition of high frequency range definition. Okay, so how you will write magnitude of voltage gain in high frequency range falls to 1 by root 2 of magnitude of mid frequency range. So instead of AVH you can write AVM mod AVM by root 2, and instead of F you can write F2. Okay, so now what we will do, instead of this I will write AVM by root 2. Then in this equation I will write AVM, same thing, then 1 plus 2 pi, instead of F, instead of AVH mod I am writing AVM by root 2. Okay, and instead of F I will write F2, substituting in this equation. So what we will do, instead of F I will write F2 Cs HIE RL by HIE plus RL whole square. Okay, by this we have completed our derivation for a high frequency range. Okay, derivation of high frequency range in RC couple amplifier analysis. Okay, so what derivation we got, you can see here. So what we got now, whatever is there, it is like square and mod. So finally we got the derivation of or analysis. We have solved the analysis of high frequency range of RC couple amplifier. By this we have completed our RC couple amplifier answer. That is, we went for RC couple amplifier first introduction, then circuit diagram, then circuit description, then operation. It is like one chapter, but essay answer also they will ask. You will have internal choice questions. Second chapter of your unit 3 will be feedback in amplifiers. So here it will have internal choice also. So here in RC couple amplifier, first you have learned introduction, then circuit diagram, circuit description, then we went for operation. After operation is over, then we went directly for frequency response curve. In frequency response curve we have drawn the curve. After drawing, we have seen for high, low and mid. Okay, then we went for analysis. In analysis of RC couple amplifier, that means mathematical analysis of RC couple amplifier, we have seen analysis for mid frequency, low frequency, high frequency. In mid frequency we have calculated first AVL, means voltage gain in mid frequency. We have calculated voltage gain in low frequency. We have calculated voltage gain in high frequency. So what we have done in voltage gain in mid frequency, simply we have drawn the equivalent circuit. From that we have calculated ZL, then output, input, then finally we went for output divided by input, then AVM we got. After that we went for low frequency. In low frequency we have calculated with low frequency coupling capacitor C is connected and I2 is also disturbing to RL, so we have reduced that to 1. We have calculated ZL, then we said that potential of HI and C is equal to potential across ZL. So we have written the equation for that. Then we have calculated the value of I2. After that we went for output, input, then AVL. After AVL we have done mod for that AVL. We substituted the value of omega. After that directly we went for the equation of AVL. Then with AVL we have to include mid frequency also, because mid frequency is also included in our waveform. So we have to include for mid frequency also. Then after calculating mid frequency, we should know what is F1. F1 is like lower cutoff frequency or lower half power frequency. It is defined as the magnitude of voltage gain falls to 1 by root 2 of mid frequency range. Okay, then we have substituted instead of AVL we have written AVM by root 2 is equals to instead of F we wrote F1. Okay, then next we went for final equation, high frequency range, voltage gain in high frequency range. In voltage gain in high frequency range we have calculated that is nothing but effective load impedance, and because capacitor is there, here also we calculated effective load impedance. Why? Because capacitor is there. Then after calculating we calculated V0, Vi and dividing with AVL, AVH we got. Then after that we took mod of that, then we went for upper cutoff frequency or upper half power frequency. Okay, which is nothing but F2. Then we got when we got the equation, instead of AVH we wrote AVM by root 2 is equals to, instead of F we wrote F2. Finally, we got the equation for high frequency range also. By this, we have finished up with our first chapter in your unit 3, that is RC couple amplifier. In my next class, I will be starting feedback and amplifier from your unit 3. Thank you.